Welcome back to 3-Star War Strategy. Your host, Name of the Lord, here with the next Hopper episode. That's right, over at God of War, where they just finished up an epic war with, you guys know, Game of Thrones. You guys have seen some of their content, or you have at least seen us war them. You know they're very good. Game of Thrones, fair play. God of War, well, you're going to see some of their beastly attacks. Um, Game of Thrones did a very nice job. Had to have a few tens come down, but I know what their nines are capable of. So we're going to roll out some Town Hall 9 attacks on the GOW bases, and then vice versa. We'll do Town Hall 10 attacks on the Game of Thrones base. I'd say cool, but you're not answering, so we're just going to rock with it. We're going to cruise on down to number 19. You know, it doesn't really matter how many Town Hall 10s each clan had because, God of War is going to, I think they had 5 Town Hall 10 3 stars, and Game of Thrones didn't have any, so really irrelevant. But you're going to see some sick attacks from Game of Thrones. Matter of fact, um, I was asked by leadership at FYSB to go ahead and record Game of Thrones attacks on our bases during our war because they were so solid. We wanted to show those off, and it just ended up that I just didn't have time to get it done. So, very impressed with the work done at Game of Thrones. Very nice little walk here. Buff Queen. Going to get to that air defense there. Very nice job. Going to go ahead and start bringing in the Golem and making that funnel right up top. Very nice size walk. Difficult to walk much further than that for fear of time. Jump, no need for wall breakers. Got the king coming in very late, so CC troops will not go towards him, but goes ahead and uses that rage. That rage is also nipping the healers. That's just going to be benefit for everybody getting healed, obviously. And then starts the loon portion of this. 2 loons coming straight in here, and then you're going to see a third one, I believe. The third one is dropped. Absolutely perfect timing. Allows him to come in unhit by traps. All the traps hit the already damaged hounds, which is perfect. This air defense is being awfully pesky with quite that range. But you're going to see 2 hounds still up, heading over there. One more trap goes off, but at this point you want both to burst. So not having a spell here really helped him, in my opinion, just because that allowed that one to burst and that other one just about to burst. Regardless, you can see cleanup was well underway for some time. So good stuff there. A lot of Laloons and a couple sick ones that you're going to see for sure. And then some very good hog work as usual. Here we go with some redheads. Oh, I love the way he directed his redheads. You've heard me say it before. They're impossible to direct where you want them to go, but did a very nice job getting a very healthy funnel out. You need a good funnel created. Look how wide this funnel is at this point before the redheads are even dropped. They've got nowhere to go but in. Absolutely nowhere to go but in. And then I thought they came in early. I don't like to see my redheads underneath the balloons there, but got through it, so just being picky. But that jump being where it was really guided those Valks over and just kind of kept them on the outside of this base. I just love that. His core of his troops are going to come in now, and just does a really good job of getting, look at that, 3 air defenses. And with one air defense left down here, it's being taken out by a wizard. There's no air defenses left on the base. Goes ahead and starts dropping in the loons. And you guys know what's going to happen here. He is going to have a crap ton of troops left over for cleanup. I mean, wait till you see the amount of troops up. He wrecked this base for sure. Just dropped, I believe it was a um, wall breaker right here trying to get his troops out. It didn't make it. Obviously, it was just trying to. One wall breaker on that wall is not going to do a whole lot. But look at the troops. A little bit of everything deployed is still up. Very, very solid attack. Time was not an issue. Um, just OP. OP loved what he did with his jump spells. 2 jumps. Guided him around the base. Just beautiful. Got to that queen over there with that second jump. Good stuff. All right, 27. Trying to do a better job of writing down the numbers. I've been struggling with that lately. This is crazy. This attack is crazy. This is a stoned Laloon. You just don't. This is what we saw in our war too. Just really different style attacks. You just don't see this stuff that often. Coming in with 3 golems and, gonna make a very healthy push with his golems and then gonna go after that last air defense with two hounds and 13 loons. 13 loons is what you send into a standard, maybe 13 to 16 is pretty standard for any law loon. And I don't know how troop space figured this out. 1 rage there is used, another rage there, or heal, that might be the king's ability, I'm not real sure. No, he has the king's ability. Used all the spells. All the spells are on the kill squad. Really wanted to get the 3 air defenses, and now he's got to work on those CC troops as they've kind of spread around and not real clean with that part of the attack. But look at his angle from his hounds is wonderful. You think 1 air defense, you just need 1 hound. You definitely want to bring 2 because they could load up the traps on that air defense, and you would lose that hound very quickly and be in trouble. And you can see with no spells, the loons taking their sweet time getting over there. But just a phenomenal job wrecking this base with a strat most people don't practice. Stoned, getting 3 air defenses with the buff queen. Very nice job. And then getting that last hound to pop right on cue for cleanup. B Walker had a 6-star war, I believe. All right, one more on this side. You guys are going to love this. Level 16, 1 healer walk. La Loon. It's got the works on it. Look at this, 1 healer. Basically just splash damage over here after he took out this 1 point defense. I believe it was a cleanup, so knew that there were no Teslas. Teslas could have wrecked this portion of the raid. Went ahead and got the funnel going and getting the troops in. He wants to get that queen killed. Gets that funnel made, going to drop that king in down here, and the queen's just going to continue to do work. Obviously wants to get to this air defense. That is the purpose of the queen at this point. And then the king is only a level 18. Sitting there tanking a little bit. I think he's been got out in front a hair too far, and that X-bow started to pound on him. But he had enough and ability to get to that air defense, and just ignoring the hound altogether. Doesn't even care that it is in the raid. And then in comes the portion of the La Lune. I mean, you're talking 2 air defenses at this point. Needs to get through the Teslas, so wisely has the rage there, and then the haste on the other side. In comes that hound. The other one had already bursted, so definitely wanted to get that one in. That one bursted as well, but just too many loons, overpowering at this point. Pesky sweeper is lower level, so that could have helped a little bit. Regardless, look at the spread on his troops at this point. Queen still up with the healer. Used her ability just for funsies, and just another wrecked base. I could have shown 3 more just as powerful. So good stuff by Game of Thrones on the 9s. Geodub, great 9s, don't get me wrong. That's not, I just wanted to do something a little different on this attack, or on this vid. So it has nothing to do with their Town Hall 9s for sure. Here we go. Getting after some big boys here. 16 hogs. He's got 9 plus 7 in the clan castle. And then 4 golems, couple pekkas, 2 spells. So basically a go wipe with his kill squad here. Just making a heavy push. Want to funnel them in. Make sure that the pekkas go in. Pekkas are worse than Valkyries as far as walk. Why is it Pekkas and Valkyries are the hardest troops to control, and they're both considered the females? I'm gonna drop it at that. Wonderful rage. All the spells, except for this rage and the jump. Not all the spells. The jump and the rage are for the push. So no freezes. Really just trying to get his troops into the core. Does a great job doing that. Queen's still out here, so she's not even in there. And then the rest is done by the hogs. Just not even that many hogs, really. And then up come the Teslas. Quad Teslas there. But look at the tanks. That's going to help. Going to drop that third and final heal right on top of them. Obviously needed that. And then Queen's ability right there. That's clutch, as she and the troops are all meeting up at the same time for final domination. Just good stuff. Like the hogs at 10, but don't get me wrong, not an easy chore. Let's cruise down to number 3. All right, we've got the split hero. Pretty standard stuff. Gonna do a walk with the queen. King, I believe, is coming in up top. Queen down below, or vice versa. Queen's up top. Vice versa here. She's gonna be really, a lot is gonna be put on her shoulders. She's gonna be responsible for an air defense, the enemy queen, clan castle, and just a push as far as she can go. With 2 freezes, I doubt that he's expecting to get any Inferno towers. And then once this funnel was created with patience and minions, get that Barbarian King in. Rage, use the rage early. No point. That rage lasts so long on a level 40 King. You want to get its full benefit, because he's going to be taking hits from everything, from everywhere. Even the CC troops were going to be lured onto him. So just using that ability right away, because all he was after really was that air defense. And here's the queen. Ability where needed. I believe because of timing and where she's at right now, she stays up for the remainder of this attack. Needs to get that freeze down as soon as the troops are in the general area, as soon as those loons are in the general area. There they are. Ray's on top of them. Wants to get on top of that Inferno Tower. At this point, second freeze coming up. That's great placement. Misses this air defense, which is awesome because you want the hound to burst. And there, timing was epic. Burst and down went the air defense all at once. Probably didn't even lose a single pup to that air defense after that hound bursted. And there it is. Queen is still up, doing her typical chore of beating on walls. King, enemy king, really irrelevant. This base is wrecked at this point. Good stuff there, for show. All right, number 5. Not going to show them all for multiple reasons. I don't even need to get into it all, but here we go. Quake and 5 lightning spells. This one, there's a lot of patience. Have to wait for the queen to be in the right place at the right time. But he's going to get air defense, inferno tower, clan castle, queen, all with this this strike. And notice that it's not going to have a single spell left for his troops at this point. Worth noting, I saw in our current war against One Hive 2.0 a EQ and 2 lightnings take out the inferno, or take out the air defense. And then he did that twice. He took out 2 air defenses with EQ and 2 lightnings. That kind of caught me off guard, because then he came in with a king, came in with a queen. There was 0 air defenses left. His dragons got wrecked, but it was interesting. At this point, he sent in some loons on these mortars to create a better pathing area for his loons. Now his loons are going to travel much more targeted. Same over here. Very much so targeted at this point. If he would have dropped loons anywhere in this area, they all would have went to this mortar, and from there been clumped together and probably destroyed by this whiz tower. So by destroying these, he gets a nice clean path around the base. Again, hounds coming from 2 completely different areas, with loons literally right on their tail as soon as you can drop them. It is a speed factor. You need to do the timing right for this to work. And you have to be very quick, and targeted would always be the goal. Queen's full health thanks to the healers, so she will be working cleanup for the entirety of the raid, and at this point still has a hound tanking. They're clumped, but they're wrecking. Good spread on cleanup troops. This is the only area that's not being cleaned up at this point. So, very nice job. Like me some good stuff, man. All right, one more to show you, and I went back and forth on which one I was going to show, but I really enjoyed this attack, even though it's not a max 10 by any means. Max air defenses, max inferno towers, that's enough to scare me away. This is beautiful. It's going to do a walk. Shattered. Go La Loon. Here comes the walk. Max heroes. Creating a funnel. Starting cleanup. Got the minions in. Raging on the queen. Nipping the healers. Standard protocol. Gets that first air defense. She's going to continue to walk. Got that funnel created up top. Been breaking that wall. Been breaking those things. You got to be patient on minions. So if you're going to use them, you got to give them time to get the job done. Had to use the ability as the enemy queen came out. And there's a break in the wall. So she's going to go in. Goal at this point is this last air defense for the queen. And And that jump there, that jump is crucial at this point. Now and the CC troops, they were lured with that hog. Now she can use that that jump with the king, and get in and try to get that one Inferno tower. At this point, this is crazy. It's been quite a push and quite a bit of time to get to where he's at now. And if you're going to come in after the Inferno tower from this angle, if you're going to work this direction, then you have got to have a freeze for that Inferno tower. If coming from this direction, you still probably need a freeze, but it's the loons are definitely going to get on top of the Inferno tower quicker. But look at the rages and the spells. Just covered the base, really. This whole area was covered in spells and really pushed the troops around this base and through this base all at the same time. So deadly work. And then cleaning it up. Nasty, nasty stuff. So good job, God of War. Keep up the good work. Their log is very healthy. Whew, good log. Matched up against some pretty good clans over their last 50 wars. So good luck to both of these clans in the future. Thanks for letting me stop by, GeoDub. And best of luck. I got to do a quick shout out to my boys over at the Sushi Clan. Henry is at the Sushi Clan. He runs a FP style clan, and I know him from way back, so good luck to you guys. They know what's coming. They know what's coming. But good luck to everybody in the future. Thanks for letting come by, and keep killing it, guys. Until next time, God bless.